In India, we have an obsession with the aesthetic of authority. The five-car convoy, the heavily armored SUVs clearing traffic, the red beacon, the isolated corner office. We see someone in the top 1% and assume they have secured uncapped wealth and a life without restrictions. But the Indian power ecosystem enforces a strict trade-off. You can hold constitutional authority, or you can build massive financial leverage. The system prevents you from having both. This matrix breaks down India's top 10 jobs. We are stepping past the hype and running a strict ROI analysis, weighing the exact cost in time and stress against the real salary, the job security, and the actual lifestyle you get in return. To do this, we are dividing these 10 roles into 4 distinct domains to see exactly what your ambition buys you. Because dedicating decades of your life to secure a prestigious title, only to realize you hate the daily reality of the job, is a mistake you can only make once. We start with the executive bureaucrats, the IRS, IFS, IPS, IAS, all the way up to the cabinet secretary. This funnel chart shows the barrier to entry. Every year, over 10 lakh candidates take the civil services examination. The system compresses that pool down to roughly 1,000 final selections. Survive that attrition, and you gain lifetime job security and direct district control. But as this chart shifts to a bar graph, look at the financial reality. Entry pay is 56,100 rupees. As cabinet secretary, your salary legally caps at 2,50,000 rupees per month. There are no stock options, there are no performance bonuses, and your career is entirely susceptible to sudden political transfers dictated by the government in power. The civil services route secures you systemic authority and security, but you will never build generational wealth purely from your government paycheck. Step outside the government machinery and you hit rank 9, the top corporate CEO. Reaching the level of someone like Sundar Pichai requires surviving decades of corporate Darwinism. You have to consistently outmaneuver rivals and reliably deliver quarter-over-quarter growth. The reward is financial leverage. Total compensation packages for top-tier Indian CEOs range from 15 crore to well over 82 crore rupees a year, paired with massive operational autonomy. This scorecard puts the CEO directly next to the cabinet secretary. The corporate leader wins entirely on wealth, but look at the risk. A CEO operates without constitutional job security. One disastrous fiscal quarter, and the board can terminate you overnight. A CEO only rents their power through continuous market performance. A top bureaucrat legally owns theirs through the Constitution. Rank 8 brings us to the physical defenders of the nation's sovereignty, the armed forces officers, and the chief of defense staff. This path demands grueling physical and mental conditioning at academies like the NDA. It requires discipline and the literal acceptance that your life is a deployable asset. In exchange, officers command societal respect. They are insulated within their own internal justice system, and they hold operational command over advanced, lethal military assets. Yet the trade-off is rigid. You face a highly regimented lifestyle, constant geographical relocation, and mandatory subordination to civilian political leaders. It is a structural paradox. The military possesses immense tactical capability and destructive force, but officers are intentionally stripped of all national policy autonomy. That policy influence sits at the highest tiers of the pyramid, the cabinet minister at rank 6, the Chief Justice of India at rank 5, and the Prime Minister at rank 1. To sit as the Chief Justice, you must navigate decades of legal practice and a rigid collegium system to gain the power of constitutional interpretation. But despite a lifetime of work to reach that chair, the tenure is remarkably short. A Chief Justice often presides for only a few months before hitting the mandatory retirement age. The political path is completely different. To become Prime Minister, you must master mass psychology and secure brutal electoral mandates from millions of voters. Achieve that, and you command a multi-trillion-dollar economy, shape national law, and direct the nuclear command authority. The cost is your privacy. You are subjected to relentless public scrutiny, and your mandate can evaporate the moment the public mood shifts in the next election cycle. At the summit of Indian society, power is never permanent. It is either term-limited by age or held hostage by the volatility of public opinion. This flowchart forces a choice. India's ecosystem prevents any job from offering both limitless wealth and constitutional power. For generational wealth, focus on the corporate sector. For guaranteed societal respect and stability, pursue civil services. For history-making power, chase apex roles, but sacrifice your privacy. Look at the trade-offs. Which specific cost are you actually willing to pay? Make your choice and defend it in the comments below.